Namah Shivaya listeners. This video is based on the topic that how to make Lord Shiva as your Guru. So to understand this, first basically we need to solve some questions. So I have divided the video into 4 parts. The first part contains the topic who is Lord Shiva. Second is why he is revered as Adi Guru. Third is how to make Lord Shiva as your Guru. Fourth is that what you should not be doing after you made Lord Shiva as your Guru. And as we end our topic, we will be telling you the next topic. So let's begin with the first question, that who is Lord Shiva? As you might have heard it before, that Lord Shiva's abode is Kailash, and there he resides with his Shivgans, his family that includes Goddess Parvati, his 2 sons Ganesha and Kartikeya. And you might have seen his appearance before in any of his pictures or in his ideal, that he is worshipped in 2 forms, in the bodily form and in the lingam form. In the bodily form, he is generally associated with the family, and in lingam form, his Shiv Parivar is being kept and he is being in the middle. So that is his physical form. Now let's talk about actually who is he. There are many school of principles around this, that who is he regarding how he was born and how he came into being and why he is being called as Adi Guru, why he is the yogi and blah blah blah. So first we will be starting with the very proof. It is a shlok from Brahma Samhita, Adhyay 6, and shlok might be 45 or 44 around. So the shloka says, Kshiram yatha tadi vikar vishesh yogat sanjayate na hi tata prathak asti hetaho yah shambhudam api tatha samupayita karyat govindam adi purusham tam aham bhajami. This means that Govindam, whom we rever as Krishna, and Shambhu, that is Shiva. So either in the form of Shambhu or Govindam, you are just like milk and curd, that is inseparable but still separate. So you are in either form, but I bow in front of you, who has taken a different form, just to run the world in the proper manner, and the 2 form maintains the work of carnation and destruction equally. Shiv Puran says that Shiva was the first to born, and then Vishnu, Brahma all originated. And Vishnu Puran says that Vishnu was the first to be born, and then Shiva, Brahma, everybody originated. So just don't get confused by these different thoughts or principles. And yet I have just now somewhere read that he was not a god, that Lord Shiva is not a god, but rather he was a very brilliant ascetic and came to know the Brahman as the very first person, and that is how he appeared as Lord Shiva. So whatever you think of him as, either he is born out of Vishnu or Vishnu is born out of him, or either he is the ascetic who has the knowledge of Brahman, whatever it might be. Do not bewilder your mind with these kind of thoughts. Just think that he is the Adi Yogi. He is the one person who knows the Brahman very clearly and can guide you if you are onto that practice. He is the Guru of meditation. He can teach you anything if you bow in front of him. So I think that's more than enough of an introduction. So let's begin to our second topic. Why he is called or revered as Adi Guru? Because when Brahmaji created the world, first of all he created Saptarishis, and were created from the mind of the Brahma, and they continue to guide the human race throughout the 4 yugas. But how they continue to guide? Because Brahman sent the Saptarishis to Lord Shiva to teach them about the meditation, about the yoga. So when the first Saptarishis were born, the Lord Shiva was the first Guru. So that is why he is being called the Adi Guru. Adi Guru literally means the first Guru. So that's it. No confusion, nothing. So if you have any question regarding this, then just ask me in the comment section if your mind is still bewildered. Okay, now let's come to the main topic, that how do I make Lord Shiva as my Guru. So let's begin. First of all, purify your body and your mind from any negative thoughts and sit in front of Lord Shiva's idol, or if you don't have that, then sit at a calm and clean place with your eyes closed, and inside your thoughts say it to Lord Shiva that, "Oh Lord, your name will come, then your Gotra will come." For example, if your name is Priya and your Gotra is Kashyap, then you will be bowing in front of Lord Shiva and then say, "I, Priya, with Gotra Kashyap, requesting you to make my Guru, please accept me as your student or disciple." Then pull your hands upwards and say it loud and clear, either inside your mind, or if you can say it aloud, then say it aloud looking at sky, that me, Priya Kashyap, wants to announce this to the whole world that Lord Shiva is my Guru and I am his disciple, and repeat this thrice and say it loud to the world that yes, Lord Shiva is your Guru, and be confident about it. And after that, whatever work you do, just pray it inside your mind that you are my Guru and I am starting this work, so please be with me in this work. And then again and again repeat the same thing to Lord Shiva every morning, that you are my Guru and I am your disciple. And then every morning pray to Lord Shiva and chant this mantra thrice in front of him. The mantra is Om Namah Shivaya Guruve Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaye Niralambaye Tejase. Means that I bow in front of Lord Shiva, my Guru, who is the all-truth, the all-present, and free from every lie and laziness or any disqualities, and who is very calm, composed, and is very reverent. I bow in front of him. I bow down again in front of him, who is capable of making me leave this material world and get me into the Brahman, who is the Mahayogi and the most powerful ascetic of the world. So I bow in front of him again and again. Repeat this mantra every time you can, and then chant his mantra, simple mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. And as the back payment, as he is offering you his teachings, so you should be giving something back. So the most lovable thing to Lord Shiva is the name of Ram. So just chant the name of Ram in front of him as Guru Dakshina, that yes, I respect you, that is why I am chanting the name of Rama in front of you. Or chant his name as much as you can, and if you cannot as much, then at least 108 times you should chant Om Namah Shivaya. That is the whole procedure. Now the fourth part, that what you should not be doing after you made him as a Guru. So the first requisite for making him as Guru is that you should believe in him. If you do not believe in him, then please don't make him as Guru. And if you have made him as Guru, then please be righteous. Be on the righteous path. If you have made him as Guru, have said this to universe that yes, Lord Shiva is my Guru, and you are on the wrong path, you will be punished severely. So look out for the consequences, make your heart pure and believe in him. Do not make him as a Guru in haste. Take some time, talk to yourself and just ask what you want. Do you seriously believe in him? And if you are making him as your Guru, what is your motto? What is your intent of making him as Guru? Is your intent the material one, or you want to gain something spiritually? So first clear out your mind and then make him as Guru and make an announcement to the world that yes, he is my Guru. After making no step coming back, and if you have said this to him, then please do not do anything wrong in your life. You will be severely punished. And our next topic of the video will be in reference to this only, that what do you mean by knowing yourself? Okay? Om Namah Shivaya listeners, Har Har Mahadev. We'll meet very soon again. If you have any doubts, then please comment me and ask what your doubt is. I'll be happy to clear the doubts of yours. I forgot to mention the benefits if Lord Shiva actually believes that yes, you are eligible for being his disciple. Your whole world will change. I think that's all I can say. The bliss, the tranquility, the calm, the peace you will feel is beyond words. So I am unable to express that. You have to feel it to experience it. Har Har Mahadev.